On February 14, 2020, 48-year-old Darren Round left his home in Kings Norton around 7:30 p.m. and was believed to have went for a walk along the Birmingham Canal. CCTV footage of his last known movements captured him walking along the canal close to Wharf Road Bridge, towards Shannon Tunnel at around 12:40 a.m. the next morning. Darren was wearing a blue coat and was carrying a rucksack on his back. Detective Superintendent Griffiths said detectives had pieced together Darren's movements and knew he had withdrawn money from a cash machine at the post office in Kings Norton Green. Mr. Round bought alcohol from an off-license before making the nearly 5-mile walk into the city center along canal towpaths. At 8:40 a.m. on Saturday, February 15, 2020, Darren Round's body was discovered in the water near Masshouse Lane in Kings Norton. The 48-year-old had suffered severe facial injuries, consistent with an assault, before he had gone into the water. None of Darren's possessions were taken by the killer. A year later, on June 4, 2021, a 28-year-old man was arrested and questioned on suspicion of the murder of Mr. Round. He was later released without charge. The West Midlands Police had acquired video surveillance footage of a man, and as of 2023 they're still interested in who they believe is the suspect in the murder of Darren Round. The person in the CCTV is described as being around 5'6" in height and is seen wearing distinctive trainers with small reflective panels, what officers believe is a light-colored tracksuit, and carried a man bag. The person was also caught on a different video camera wearing different clothing.
This male is seen on numerous CCTV cameras in the Kings Norton area around the time that we believe that Darren entered the water. This male is around 5'6". He's got a light tracksuit and he has got distinctive trainers which have got reflective panels on the trainers. This may be the last person to have seen Darren alive and may have critical information that could progress this investigation.
The murder case of Darren Round is still unsolved as of May 2023. The callous killer responsible needs to face justice.
3 years ago, 48-year-old Darren Round was found dead in this canal in Kings Norton by Masshouse Lane. We launched a murder investigation because we believe that Darren was assaulted and then went into the canal and was found deceased. You cast your minds back to then, as well as being the night of Valentine's Day in the evening, it was also when Storm Dennis hit the UK. Darren was wearing a blue coat and carrying a rucksack. We know that he drew money out of a cash point in Kings Norton about 20 to 8 in the evening and then went into an off licence shortly afterwards. He walked down the canal into Birmingham, arriving there about 10:30, and then did the return journey. And we know he's walking down the canal, the last time we saw him, just to the bridge beyond me, about 20 to 1 in the morning. Sadly, his body was found right here at this spot.
Well, Darren was my only child. And I had an accident in about 12 years ago, and he looked after me. He come to the hospital and picked up me washing and done me washing and all that. So, you know, he got a good heart. If you know anything, please tell the police and don't be frightened to do that. I've been waiting now 3 years for somebody to say something, but nobody has as yet. But I'm hoping this time we might get some answers.
We believe that somebody knows who did this, and we believe that someone can give us more information. My appeal today, 3 years on, is that if you know anything about this, if you saw Darren on that night, he was wearing a blue coat, he was wearing a rucksack. If you saw Darren on that night and perhaps haven't come forward to the police, I ask you to contact us. Darren's mum needs to know what happened to Darren, and we need to bring that person who killed Darren to justice. So my appeal is, if you have information about this offence, please contact the police. If you don't want to contact the police and rather do it anonymously, Crime Stoppers are offering a reward of £20,000 and we'll deal that information anonymously.